Good morning, girls. Today I will take up some questions from the exercise 4.2, which is based on the factorization of the quadratic equations. See, yesterday I taught you how to find the roots of the quadratic equation. By which method? By factorization method. Now the exercise 4.2 has 4 to 5 word problems. So I will begin with question number 3. Okay. Now the question is, find the two numbers whose sum is 27 and the product is 182. Okay, there are two numbers whose sum is 27 and the product is 182. So let us begin the exercise. Assume let the first number be x, okay, and the second number will be 27 minus x. Because the sum of the two numbers is 27, so the one number will be, the first number will be x, the other one will be 27 minus x. Now it is saying that the product of these two numbers is equal to 182. So therefore we write the product is equal to x into 27 minus x, means the product of these two numbers is equal to how much? 182. So therefore we'll write the equation, and now we will solve and write 27x minus x square is equal to 182. Okay, so now you always know that the x square term is always in the beginning, so I will rearrange and write minus x square plus 27x minus 182 is equal to 0. Now we will find the factors of x, this particular equation, by the splitting the middle term method, and we will take up now factors of 182. 2 9s are 18, 2 1s are 2, 7 1s are 7, 7 3s are 21, and 13 1s are. Okay, so we will take 2 into 7 into 13. Now 2 into 7 into 13, we will take two factors, 14 into 13. Okay, so we will write minus 182x square is equal to 14x and what x? 14x and 13x. When I multiply them, I get 182 x square, and when I add them, I get 27x. So therefore I will write minus x square plus 14x plus 13x minus 182 is equal to 0. So we then take out x common here, so minus x plus 14. Okay, if I take out minus x common, I will write it as x minus 14, and here I take 13 common, x minus 14, which is equal to 0. Now as we know that these are the common factors, so x minus 14 is one factor and x minus x plus 13 is another factor, and that is equal to 0. So when we solve the quadratic equation, we know in the end we say either x minus 14 is equal to 0 or minus x plus 13 is equal to 0. So we will write x minus 14 is equal to 0 or minus x plus 13 is equal to 0. When I solve x is equal to x minus 14 is equal to 0, I get x is equal to 14, right? And for this I will get x is equal to minus x is equal to minus 13, and therefore the answer is 13. Okay, so we have two roots over here, one is 13 and one is 14. So we will write answer is equal to 13 and 14. These are the roots of the two equations. Now we can substitute. They are asking you to find out the two numbers. So if I take one as 13, so I will solve. If x is equal to 14, suppose, if x is equal to 14, then the second number will be 27 minus 14, that will be equal to 13. Okay, and if I take x is equal to 13, then the other number will be 27 minus 13, and therefore the answer will be 14. So how many factors are there? There are two factors, x minus 14 and minus x plus 13. When we solve, we get 13, 14 as the answers, as the roots of the equation. And when I substitute over here to find the numbers, we get one answer as 13 and one answer as 14. So this completes your question number 3. Okay, so I hope you have understood. Let the first number be x then the second number will be 27 minus x, and then we proceed with the splitting the middle term method, and we get the answers as 13 and 14. Whichever you take, in both the cases you can, in the 13 case 13 also and case 14 also, you will get same answers, and therefore one number is x, that is 13, and another number is 27 minus 13, which is equal to 14. So you will get these two answers, and this completes your question number 3. Okay, then another question is, find two consecutive positive integers whose sum of whose squares is 365. This is question number 4. So I will rub this. You can see the video and complete this question. Okay, now we have question number 4. Question 4 says, find the two consecutive positive integers. As I told you before also, when we take a consecutive numbers, if I take the first consecutive number to be x, the second number will be x plus 1. Okay, so we assume the first integer to be x, that is a positive integer, and the second positive integer will be x plus 1. Sum of the squares is 365. So therefore, the equation will be sum of the squares will be equal to 365. So we will take x square plus x plus 1 the whole square is equal to 365, which is now x square plus 2x plus 1 is equal to 365. Then 2x square plus 2x, 1, and here when we subtract I get minus 364 equals to 0. Right? We can simplify this equation because 2, 2, 364, all the three numbers are multiples of 2. So what we can do to make a equation easy, we can divide this equation by 2 and we can simplify it. We can solve with this also, but if we simplify it, it will be easy for us to find the factors. So here I get x square plus x minus 2 1s are 2, 2 8s are 16, and 2 7s are 14, that is equal to 0. 1 minute, let me check. 364 upon 2, 2 1s are 2, 2 8s are 16, 2 2s are 4. So 2 2s are 4. Now we'll find the factors of 182, so that when I subtract them or add them, I get x, that is 1. So obviously we'll check up here. 182, 2 9s are 18, 2 1s are 2. Then again what? 7 3s are 7 1s are 7, 7 3s are 21, and 13 1s are. So as you see that in the previous question also the factors were similar. So here also I will take x square plus 14x minus 13x minus 182 is equal to 0. Now as you can see over here that here x is common, x plus 14 minus 13 common, x plus 14 equals to 0. Right? So as we have got two factors here, one is x minus 13 and one is x plus 14, which is equal to 0. So we will assume either this is equal to 0 or this is equal to 0. So for the values of x, when I find out, I will get one value as 13 and one value as minus 14. Now we know that since the integer is positive, minus 14 we have to neglect. Okay, what did I say? Because I have got a negative answer over here, so I will leave this value, or I will neglect this value minus 14, and I will take x is equal to 13. If one integer is 13, the second integer is 13 plus 1, and that is equal to 14. So your answers are, or the roots of the equation are 13 and 14. Okay, so I hope you have understood. Again, take one integer, take second integer, then add the squares of this and form an equation, and find the roots by splitting the middle term method. So if you understand the question properly, if you read the question properly, you will understand and you'll be able to find the answers. Right? Now coming to the next question, question number 5. The altitude of a right triangle. This I will explain you and you can try yourself. There is a right angle triangle. The altitude, this is an altitude and this is the base. Okay. So the base is given to you as, it is saying that the height or the altitude is 7 less than the base. So let us take the base to be x, okay, and this x minus 7, which is the altitude, and this is 13. Right? Now you can find the answer for this by applying which theorem? Pythagoras theorem. Okay, so you complete this question, and if you have a doubt, you can ask me. Okay, so this is a right angle triangle. Using the Pythagoras theorem, find x, and these two sides you will be able to calculate. Okay, so complete this work, and if you have any doubt, you can ask me. Thank you.